as we all know, loyalty programs seem to be everywhere these days. It's great that companies are catching on and seeing the value of programs, but it also creates a tremendous amount of noise. So in this era of consumer choice, we have so much choice of products, but all these programs overwhelm customers. So as customers examine their options for brands and for programs, what do you think are some of the key motivators that drive customers to actively participate in loyalty programs? In other words, what are those must-have ingredients for a successful program?
Well, it's a great question. And I want to back up a minute because, as you said, we see loyalty everywhere today. And we've seen a huge increase in loyalty activity by brands, either revamping their loyalty programs or strategies, initiatives, or starting them from scratch. And we've seen this in the last 2 years, which we believe is primarily motivated by the pandemic, the effects of the pandemic, and brands wanted to find ways to stay engaged with their customers, and loyalty is a great way. But at the same time, they're finding out that loyalty brings them a lot more. The challenge is that there is a potential for loyalty program fatigue. Our data tells us that 30% of US online adults who belong to loyalty programs, they report belonging to too many programs. And 38% report that they frequently forget to use the loyalty programs they belong to. So it's really important that your loyalty programs stand out, among the ubiquity that we're seeing. And so how do you get these programs to stand out? Well, there's two primary issues to look at. And the first is really offering a compelling value exchange between the brand and the consumer. So, Emily said, consumers, they want both financial rewards and they want experiential rewards. So the financial would be discounts, coupons, free samples, things like that. But the experiential are better customer service, a special line for your loyalty member, phone line, or line in a busy store. They want personalized offers. They want their feedback to be listened to and responded to. They want things like early access to products. So both the experiential and the financial side are important today. And the points that you need to redeem for some rewards, they have to be achievable and appropriate. The Gap is a great example. 2 years ago, they revamped their program and they listened to their customers who said that, needing 1,000 points to redeem is just too many to wait for. And so they changed it to 500 points and changed the rewards, but to make it more achievable. So that's the first thing, is this value exchange, and making sure you're giving your consumers what they consider valuable. But the second piece of it is needing to generate emotional and behavioral loyalty. We have traditionally measured loyalty through behaviors, purchase transactions. Have they increased? Does the loyal customer spend more? But brands have to really build a meaningful connection with their consumers through the better experiences. We're never going to stop talking about the customer experience, because this is integral to how individuals make brand and product decisions. Emotion actually drives behavior. And so we have a slide here, but Forrester's CX Index tells us that when a brand makes a customer feel appreciated, 76% of those consumers will stay with the brand. 80% say they'll spend more, and 87% say they'll recommend the brands to friends and family. And those are three of the big outcomes we look for in loyalty: retention, enrichment, and advocacy. So brands can leverage an emotional connection with their customers through a variety of ways. It could be as simple as, writing the customer's name with a little message on the box that you ship them, or empowering the employees, giving them the option to give out a free coffee or do something to make that customer feel special. Certainly personalization, creating social communities. But I think the thing that brands have to really look at today is also leveraging values. More and more consumers are buying based on their values. They want to do business with brands that have values that align with theirs. And values-based buyers are actually more loyal. 75% of consumers who have loyalty programs and also state that they want to do business with brands that align with their values, 75% say they will spend more through their loyalty program versus 63% of those who belong to programs but are not values-based. So we know that values-based buyers are more profitable, but it's also a two-edged sword. The brand has to be authentic with their values. They have to really live their values.
I really love that, Mary, because I think that it kind of shows you talked about so many things. Like there is so much variety that can be infused into loyalty programs, right? It doesn't have to just be points. Like there's so much interesting stuff that brands can do now. And I think that it's so important that they consider their range of options, but also I love what you said about, what is valuable to your loyal customers, right? Really infusing the program with the things that are going to make them feel more special, make them feel more valued, and really enhance that emotional connection. And I think that's the connection between, a behavioral incentive and that emotional reward, is that they can actually be one and the same if you're making that customer feel connected and valued and special.
No, exactly. And that emotion drives behavior. The last thing you want is for your customer not to feel anything for you. They probably won't act. So.
Yeah, that connection to, it's not just what you're doing, but how you deliver it, right? It's kind of like you can have the most beautiful list of benefits, but if you're not delivering it to the customer in a way that means something to them, or they don't see it, that perception of the value doesn't mean anything. You have like the physical calculation of the cost of the benefits, and then what the actual customer sees and feels, and you have to get that right.